First, Peter Jackson works on an underwhelming movie. Now James Cameron works on an underwhelming movie. What's happening? If that reaction doesn't sum up my overall thoughts on the movie, I don't know what will. So, Alita Battle Angel, directed by Robert Rodriguez, sadly not by James Cameron, just produced and written by James Cameron, the king of the world himself, and is the 2019 movie adaptation of the manga Alita Battle Angel. So, Alita Battle Angel tells the story taking place in the year 2563 in Earth. The planet has gone to shit after a war, and this a cyborg scientist, Dr. Dialson, he discovers the remains of this cyborg who he names Alita, and he becomes her adoptive father, and she has no recognition of who she was in the past, and she forms this bland romance with Hugo, her love interest, and because she's literally invincible, literally you have these four villains who are out to hunt her down and destroy her. When I first saw the trailer for this movie, and after hearing that James Cameron himself would be involved, I just was ecstatic to see what James Cameron would do with this movie, even if he wasn't directing. That still was more than enough to convince me that this movie would be a flat-out hit. As James Cameron, you all know I'm a James Cameron fanboy. He's the most successful director on earth. No other director has dethroned him financially, and this is the first movie in 10 years that he has been involved with since Avatar. So how does this movie compare with the other movies that James Cameron has been involved with? It's, in all honesty, the weakest and most underwhelming movie James Cameron has ever been involved with. Not that it's terrible, just it does. But first, let's get to my positives. As Alita herself, she is awesome. I love Alita so much I even upgraded to my cyborg arms specifically for this review. Kudos to Rosa Salazar, she is cute and sweet, and Alita has now become her signature role. She conveyed such emotion through motion capture better than some live action performances, and she carries this entire movie so easily, and whenever Alita throws down, she is such a badass that if you would challenge Alita to a showdown, you will have lost in the first millisecond. When you see Alita throw down, it's as epically satisfying as eating an entire pizza, and the other cast members besides Rosa Salazar that stood out were Jennifer Connelly and Christoph Waltz. Jennifer Connelly's underrated, and it's awesome to see her in a movie again after she's been absent from movies from some time, and Christoph Waltz, love that he's taking a backseat from being cast as an antagonist in a movie. He was previously Blofeld in Spectre and the antagonist from The Legend of Tarzan, and now he plays a father type figure, and it shows no matter what role you cast him in, he will deliver. And visually, this movie is so freaking good. Freaking gorgeous. I mean, Wes, they never disappoint on a visual standpoint, and this movie has Avatar-worthy visuals. I mean, I love how this movie, it brought the manga to life, far better than Dragon Ball Evolution or The Last Airbender ever could. But I've just covered all the good in this movie, so let's move on to the negatives. This movie should have been directed by James Cameron. Robert Rodriguez isn't half as talented a director as Mr. Cameron. I'm sorry, but James Cameron works better a director than he does a producer, and I can't believe that James Cameron wrote the script for this movie. This is his weakest script yet for any movie he's written, and this script has little to no focus in the narrative. This movie could have easily have removed the racing subplots. I have no clue why that was given so much focus, and also the forced and bland romance with Alita and Hugo. I don't give a shit about it in any way, shape or form. And Hugo, he just exists to not just be a love interest but also a plot device. I'm shocked I even remembered his name, in all honesty. And there are 4 antagonists in this movie. 4 is serious overkill. You just need 1. You don't have time to develop 4 antagonists in this script. So with the running timer that you have, and each of them want to destroy Alita for reasons that I have no clue, because their motivations are never explained, and the pacing fucking sucked. I was yawning and triple yawning. Alita herself is terrific, but the movie she stars in not so much. She deserves a great and a gripping movie, not a meh boring one. And the ending of this movie is majorly anticlimactic. All it is set up for sequels. James Cameron was like, with writing this ending, sequel time. And people complain that Crimes of Grindelwald was just all set up for sequels. Sorry, but that's bullshit. So Crimes of Grindelwald kept you gripped throughout, and the setup for sequels were that was done right, because they were epic cliffhangers that left you wanting to see how the Fantastic Beasts storyline would be resolved. Whereas Alita, I couldn't care less how this franchise is resolved. There's nothing that would get you hyped for the sequels about this finale. It's a rip-off of the ending of Casino Royale. So is the sequel going to be a rip-off of the plot of Quantum of Solace, where Alita, she's out for revenge? I'm sorry, but that's boring. So overall, guys, Alita is a huge total letdown, and it pains me to not rate this movie higher. After this disappointment, I'm just like, roll on the Avatar sequels more than ever. Avatar is a far superior movie to Alita. I give Alita Battle Angel 2 stars out of 5. Meh movie. So yeah, keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Substance over style to make a good movie. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Alita Battle Angel, and which is your favourite James Cameron movie? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google Plus and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.